The secret to success is to do ordinary things extraordinarily well. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. Besides doing the right thing, the most important is to let people know you're doing the right thing. Success comes from keeping your ears open and your mouth shut. I grew the impression that it was good to let money be my servant and not become a slave to money. Good leadership consists of showing average people how to do the work of superior people. Never lose interest in life and the world. Never allow yourself to get angry. The man who starts with the sole idea of getting rich will not succeed. There's no feeling in this world that compares to self-confidence. Don't sacrifice it for anything. The man who will be most successful is the one who renders the greatest service to the world. Charity is harmful unless it helps the recipient become independent of it. Who is the poorest man in the world? I'll tell you, the poorest man I know is the man who has nothing but money. Make sure you're not deceiving yourself at any moment about the real conditions. I never lay my head on the pillow at night without remembering that my success may be only temporary. I can't think of anything less pleasurable than a life devoted to pleasure. Save when you can, not when you need to. Don't be afraid to give up the good for the great. A friendship based on business is better than a business based on friendship. I've always sought to turn disasters into opportunities. It's crucial to remember what other people tell you, not just what you already know. I don't believe there is any quality as essential to success of any kind as the quality of perseverance. I prefer to hire a man with enthusiasm than a man who knows everything. Giving is the secret to a healthy life, not necessarily money, but what a person has to give in terms of encouragement, sympathy, and understanding. I had no ambition to make a fortune. Merely making money was never my goal. I had the ambition to build. Every right implies a responsibility, every opportunity an obligation, and ownership a duty. The ability to deal with people is as purchasable a commodity as sugar or coffee, and I will pay more for that ability than for any other. They're of no use to me if they fail. The cause of their failure is not my concern, but I want successful men as my associates. Get rich by taking something common and making it uncommon. Uncommon, I don't know anything more contemptible and pathetic than a man who dedicates every hour of the day to earning money for the sake of money. A man's wealth should be determined by the relationship between his desires and expenses with his income. If he feels rich with $10 and has everything else he desires, he truly is rich. It has always been my rule in business to make everything worthwhile. A man has no right to unnecessarily occupy another man's time. The secret to success is to wake up early, work until late, and strike oil. I prefer to earn 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. The difference between the poor and the rich is that one gets a job, and the other finds a solution to a world problem. The best business in the world is a well-managed oil company. The second best business in the world is a poorly managed oil company. Not just as a duty but as a privilege. Our body will truly overflow only after we seal the cracks in character. The task is simple. Let's organize the children and teach them perfectly the things their parents are doing imperfectly. The common denominator for success is work. Character, not wealth, power, or position, is the supreme word. You know there is a great prejudice against every successful commercial enterprise. The more successful, the greater the prejudice. Capital and labor are wild forces that require intelligent legislation to keep them in check. The success of each depends on the success of the other. I believe that love is the best thing in the world, that only it can overcome hatred. It's wrong. I've made many millions, but they haven't brought me any happiness. No one does anything if they get another person to do it.